Welcome back to the channel. See that energy? See, that's what it's about. Welcome back to the channel. It feels like it's been absolutely ages. Well, we've got a new car to the channel.
We have, yes.
We have. And for our sister company, Performance M, the M2 is going, and you have purchased a very, very special car.
We have, yes, Bmw M4.
Do you want to tell us a little bit more about it?
M4, non-competition, 2016. Bloody hell, I didn't get any closer.
Look at them teeth.
Turkey teeth.
Yeah, it was quite. This ain't turkey teeth.
God, there's more teeth than a Ferrari gearbox.
Right, so I'm going to carry on with this. Bmw M4, non-competition, it's quite a good find this. Done 50,000 miles, low 50s. Comes with a host of add-ons already, all the M Performance carbon. It's only been lowered, but we'll be taking that off, which we'll explain later.
Let's hope it doesn't end up like that.
Don't listen, you can't fix.
There you go, there's one rolling out, look.
That's a really good advert for Performance M.
Drive a bit, push them out.
Boomerang motors is what they call us. Stock software, all the add-ons it's got on is H&R lowering springs, an AA equal length mid-pipe, and a couple of panel filters.
Couple?
Yeah, it's come as this one side. Yeah, bin twin turbo.
You drive a BMW?
You know,
it just made me laugh how he just said couple, like it was like...
That's normal.
You say two, don't you? You don't say couple, like it's got like... I know couple means two, but it just sounds funny, doesn't it? Oh, it's got a couple air filters.
Okay.
We come as a couple. No.
He knows what I do to him.
I've heard about that small peenie.
I think pretty much that's it really. Obviously it won't stay like this.
What is the plans for the car then? So obviously you wanted an M4. Look at that tabby in the background, look. Hey?
This is what he does, nothing.
Right, so what's the plan for the car? I gather we're going to do a wrap
put
of this
together,
car.
please?
Yeah, so
Come together.
so obviously
We've got no microphones today because we're actually flying to SEMA. I'm flying to SEMA and we've taken all the equipment, and packed it. So excuse the sound quality on this video.
yeah.
Talk louder, Shak.
Okay.
Plans,
So what was your
plans,
question?
go.
Plans are we're going to get a very minor wrap on it because we want to show off the colour because actually it's
I wouldn't call it a wrap, I'd say a decal.
a decal.
Yeah. A livery.
A livery.
Oh, that's a nice word, a livery.
So we're
Yeah,
going to be
we'll go
putting a
with
livery on it. But we also want to show off the colour because it's an individual colour. I think there's only 4 in the country. It's an Avis blue. So we're going to keep that. Also, the whole idea of this car is to do lots of R&D on it, basically, hardware and software.
So obviously everybody knows you've done a lot on the M140 model.
Yeah.
And you've obviously been out in the groups and obviously quite known for that.
Yeah.
So now you're stepping up into the.
Yeah, that's it. So we'll start with the F chassis, F80, then we'll move on to something like a G80 at some point. But there's still ground to cover with this platform. We want to do something a little bit different compared to what most are doing. We've got a whole host of new products going on there as well, which we'll be testing and then releasing. And that's the whole idea of it, really.
So that's it. So that's what we're going to do. You'll want to go full bore with it. So it's
Yeah.
stage 1, stage 2, stage 3,
Yeah. So we'll do
stage 10.
So in terms of software, we'll start off with stage 1, and we'll do lots of testing on that. We'll do draggy times as well, obviously be on the dyno, so the customer's aware of what they're getting. We'll do the same with stage 2, and then most exciting thing for us is stage 3 on this because
You're also, so just to mention, you're also the distributor for MMR.
Yeah.
So
MMR
I gather you're going to be putting some MMR products
yeah,
on
so
this.
the order's already been made. So there's a whole load of MMR parts going on there. So one of the unique things that they're coming out with is adjustable height springs because I find that too low. It really scrapes too much, especially with the front splitter. So we've got MMR height adjustable springs going on there, so we can set it exactly how we want it.
And anything else in the pipeline from them?
Well, at the moment we've got going on there charge cooler, the charge pipes, adjustable anti-roll links, and there's oil filter housings and
And
caps.
are you going to be doing an install video on that as we go along?
We will do, yeah. So
Great.
anything that we update there with MMR parts, in fact anything, we've also got Miltech going on there as well. We're doing a Miltech equal length that's going on. So anything that we put on that, we'll be taking lots of pictures, as you know, as I do, and obviously House will be taking lots of videos because I keep an eye on it.
Okay, I don't really want to say this, but we're going to go for a drive.
My drive's not that bad.
You know it is. It's either full on or full on the brakes. So I'm
Did I kill you?
not.
Did I kill you?
No, but we nearly hit the curb.
Right.
Right, let's get in the car and go for a drive.
Before we go anywhere, let's hear what it sounds like.
It's obviously quite cold as well, so you can't rev it up with it.
What do you think?
I'm not going to comment yet. Right. So I did actually make a few notes for you because I know we could get into a conversation about something else when we're out together. You know what we're like. As we're driving. and you give me this epic BMW experience. I've got a question for you actually. So I was talking to a customer early this morning. They actually said they were a little bit disappointed that you have gone to the dark side, the BMW. I've explained why. You know, how they had followed you and I've gone on the forums for everything that you'd done on the VAG side, and then you sort of just ta-ra and see you later. Now you're still very much involved.
Yeah, I do look after
me with Awesome,
yeah.
But you still obviously got some LSG customers. Are you still supporting them guys?
Yeah, I still support the LSG customers that come through. I'm still here. I still take work on, but I tend to what I do these days is pass it on to Awesome because we're so busy now on the BMW side.
Right, so you can talk to me about stock figures on this car because I have no clue what this car actually puts out.
430 brake being a non-comp, which is plenty. 100 to 100 kilometers is just over 10 seconds.
So 430 brake, obviously from this as stock.
Yeah.
And what do you feel that you'll be heading towards? What is the rough figures that these cars are doing on stage 1? Because that's where you get your ultimate first
big hit.
Power.
Yeah, big hit of power. We'll be looking 520 plus with round about sort of 530, 540 foot-pounds of torque, something like that.
Okay.
Which is a big punch.
And how does that put the power down? I mean, let's go for a drive.
Yeah.
And we can talk about as we go.
These put the power down really well because of the weight.
You've got the radio on.
I can't drive that music.
Yeah, but you can't have the radio on. Well, I didn't even notice that was on, but you can't have the radio on when we've got a video on. Talk about efficient as well. So we're talking about what power it's going to be. But what are these like on miles per gallon for a general, you know?
They're okay is how I would probably explain. They're not the best in fuel. Being the S55, which is a very old generation engine now, based on the N55, it's worse on fuel than the M140 we've got with the B58. It's still not
so
bad.
just to explain that, S55, N55,
Yeah.
so people know the difference. So it's the same as the M2 comp and the M2, because they were different engine, weren't they?
Yeah, so the original M2 had the N55,
yeah.
but it wasn't the same N55 as the M135.
Right.
So it's derivative.
So this is what's a little bit complicated for everybody. If you're talking M55, S55 and all that, I'm not a BMW guy, so I have no idea where you're at with that.
Yeah.
That's why I stay the hell out of it.
Yeah, that's why I'm here.
True.
The common complaint about the original M2, the car's fantastic and the engine does sound amazing, lack of tunability, because they could only gain on stage 2 50 horsepower, while the S55 you'll gain 100 horsepower at stage 1. But this as a daily is better than the M2 comp in my eyes because
feels comfortable. Car's nice and comfortable to drive.
It's got adaptive suspension, which helps massively.
Yeah.
So you stick in efficient comfort on the suspension, comfort on the steering, and it's a great drive. I've been dailying it for the last week. MPG wise, high 20s, low 30s if you're driving sensibly. M140 will give me mid to high 30s. Sometimes you can touch 40 on it.
But how do you find the drivability with the power that this has got? Because obviously I know you would have tested the power that it's got. How do you find the drivability against this and the M140?
Stock for stock?
Yeah.
Well, this is far better car out of the box. The M140, amazing engine and gearbox, suspension and differentials as well, is a massive letdown. But if you ask me now what it's like compared to what we've done with the M140 now, all the extra mods, then this is probably, yeah, it's a probably better handling car, but in some ways the M140 is a little bit more exciting to drive. Just feel it kicking out there.
Yeah. See now, it feels to me, and it's obviously got, what's it say, 420?
430.
430 this is. This feels like, actually, I always feel like when I was in the M2 comp that it wanted to take me off the road.
Yeah.
I don't know whether it's when I was applying too much more power, but it was always twitchy. You know, you didn't feel as comfortable as what that just felt.
No, so I find the F80 and F82 a little bit more stable compared to the F87 in terms of the way it delivers.
Is it because it's a heavier car and it's more planted?
The weight difference isn't huge between the two, but it's the way the weight's distributed, I think.
Right.
Okay, so it's also this overhangs a bit more as well.
Yeah.
The back end's a lot heavier compared to the M2.
Braking upgrades on these cars. Never, obviously a lot of people in the VAG market are always upgrading brakes, whether it's for a show, whether it's for track, whether it's just for, you know, street driving. What is it like in the BMW market for brake upgrades?
Brake pads are imperative if you're going to start driving hard, especially on track, because the stock brake pads on these after 2 laps of a standard track are just
is that the general case on most of the BMW range?
On the M cars.
On the M cars.
Because the brake discs on these are decent, so we tend to say go for a really good set of brake pads.
So you've got quite a selection of the performance pads that you do?
We do, yeah. I mean,
so you're doing, so what ranges are you doing now?
So we've got pad rigids, RSL29s for these,
Yeah.
which are very popular in this. For auto DS2500s.
Yeah.
We also do DS Performance for autos.
Yeah.
We have a range of Mintex brake pads going
Yeah.
on, and also Brembo upgrades.
And are you doing the RTS pads? Or is that for the standard replacement?
Yeah, so we've got RTS pads going on this as well. So we spoke to the guys over at RTS. We're going to have, I think, disc and pads.
Okay.
So we can do some R&D.
So we'll do some R&D and testing on that.
Yeah,
So
and go out with them as well.
stay tuned for that on the channel.
Yeah, it'll be quite exciting to see how they perform.
Let's give it one more blast on the way back.
Get
For
it
everybody.
We've got your life insurance sorted. Keep the throttle quiet. Let's go car.
Go on, you pussy. Yeah, feels good.
Yeah,
Really
puts the
good.
power down, doesn't it?
I feel like I'm a driving instructor. You know, that's it then.
Yeah. How did you find your first ride?
No, we're going to do that inside.
Inside the building?
Yeah.
Alright, I think we'll do
Because I
it.
talked to you about some other stuff.
Alright, okay.
So, see you in a minute, Harris. Look at this goon. Look at this goon.
What are you doing,
Hey? Show us them teeth.
Stand a bit closer together.
Yeah, we love each other. We do really.
Right. I might.
Short ass.
Yeah, I'm a short ass. Right, anyway, we are now back. We just had a little road test. But I just wanted you to come. Explain to me, alright, why we have this in your workshop.
So it's a Supra.
Yeah.
It's because it's basically a BMW Z4 underneath. It's all BMW. Got B58 Gen 2 engine in it. All BMW
So Harris,
suspension.
look. So we're just taking obviously the suspension off. Look.
To be honest with you, this is a far, in my opinion, it's a better car than the Z4 because the Z4 is a convertible. This is also a proper coupe. So yeah, in a
So
way.
what we're doing on this today?
So this is having a Holster mod, a Wagner decap,
Yeah.
on stage 2.
KW.
And KW V3s with cancellation kit as well. They're a nice bit of kit. 3-way adjustable, height, damping, got all the adjustments down here on the top as well. So we can give it the perfect setup for them. It'll go on the 4-wheel laser alignment later as well, then we can get it all set up properly. So
Brilliant. And one last question. Obviously, at the moment, there's a lot of red in this workshop.
yes, it needs to turn
So-
blue. Same as this. This is
So
come off
this
as well.
is off what?
This is Performance M, not awesome.
We want to be together.
Yeah, we do.
So this, obviously, how are you getting on at the moment? Because obviously we leave you to your own devices in
Do.
here. Currently you've only got one ramp,
Yeah.
but soon
We'll have all these
another-
ramps.
all
Yeah.
these ramps.
Well, I've already
here.
paid for this ramp. This ramp, so technically they're mine anyway.
All right. Okay. I want that electricity for the ramp back because you only paid for that. So, how's it going?
Much better than I could ever expected. So we're booked up, I think, nearly 4 weeks now.
As soon as obviously, eventually we are next door, you'll be able to.
I need another tech, 100%. Yeah,
So-
get the waiting times down.
If you need a job, receptionist, technician, and you want to get with this guy, drop us your CV.
Yeah. Just send me an email at Shak at Performance M.
Might as well put that out there now, aren't we?
Yeah, send it over. We'll have a look through it.
On that note, thank you. Thank you
Thank
for watching, and don't forget to subscribe with the.
Ding-a-ming.
Not his ding-a-ling. That'll just go ding. Anyway, thank you. See you later. Bye bye.
Cheers. Thank you for watching.